Let me get back to YouTube. Not showing you as live anymore. Yeah. So I've been talking to a lot of people about the music. And I said even if it's royalty free, they will still ding you. And it can keep you from being monetized.
Okay. Hello, stackers. Hoosier stacker coming at you here with Plumber stacker on a test stream. Good evening, good day, good afternoon.
You can only see your screen with letters, so you might want to hide those letters that got addresses on them.
What am I looking at here?
You're looking at your desk. I'm looking at your desk.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's okay because that's actually mail call. I actually have to open up some letters. I don't know if I want to do it now or I want to do it on the second video, but this is actually a mail call from Mad Stacker and Golden Spike Stackers out of Utah and Silver Oceans.
Okay.
So that's actually a good thing to have it on here. I'm on the fence if I'm going to open it now or not because Mads is like really loose. I don't know what's in there yet, and it barely made it through the postal system. This thing's all beat up.
Mm-hmm.
He even marked on the back of it non-machinable, but they try to run it through a machine because it tore up the envelope. See that?
Yeah. I know. I just sent out a bunch of shit too, like that, and I'm gonna have to redo it, like do something different now.
So yeah, it's
a lot of videos coming out, people damage packages and stuff.
Well, I mean that's why you have to mark it non-machinable. But obviously, you know, Mad did that and didn't stop this from occurring. So you know, it is what it is. Stuff's still in there. That's what matters.
Yeah. Well, Pirate Stacker just got robbed. He sent out 3 silver bars and
oh yeah.
Only one of them made it.
No kidding.
2 packages made it with no silver in it.
Wow. So he got the packages, but the silver was gone?
Yeah.
Man. That sucks.
I would be pissed.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how do you keep that from occurring, you know?
Well, I know because it's the post office. Most likely the people that work there.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, yeah.
I mean, not all of them. There's a lot of good people, but
you would hope that they would have some merit when it comes to doing that type of service, but that's not necessarily the case, unfortunately. All right, so how's it going, Plumber?
it is going. Our screens, you might want to look at YouTube.
What's it doing?
Your screen is huge and mine's just a little, I don't really care, but.
Well, you know why? It's because that's how this restream works. I can actually flip.
Oh, I got you.
I can actually flip it to various scene layouts.
Oh, there you go. That's perfect right there.
There's this view right there. So
yeah, that one's the best.
And then we got this view right here where we basically fill up both sides of the screen.
No, I like the one before that.
And then when more people join, this restream will actually reshuffle and resort the video screen, the inputs without any user interaction. So like here's this one, and I can actually click you, I believe. Let's see, I should be able to flip you around. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I need to do. Yeah, I'm just now learning this toy. Maximize. There we go. So I can put you as that's the full screen. And then I can do the same thing on my video. And then here's I think this is going to be a good one. This here is, you have the presenter screen, and then underneath is all the people styled in. So and then you have that option, and then you also have what you saw originally, which is basically the same thing except the smaller, everyone dialed in is on the right. And this is the free version of Restream IO. I'm actually, if this works out, I'm actually going ahead and moving up to the pro version. It's only like $25 a month or something like that.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No. Not as good as Google, but it's a lot more simpler to use. And if this Restream, from what I've read or seeing on YouTube about it, if you're looking to Restream into multiple platforms, that's what this Restream's all about. But it also has a very strong benefit when it comes to allowing people to dial in. All you have to do is give them the link that I sent you earlier, and off they go. In fact, I can put that link. I can put that link into the chat. Pin it into the chat. Pin me. All right. Yeah, just not. No, it's not the one I wanted. That's not the link. That's not the stream. Copy. It's a really long stream too, so you've got to be able to pin it. Otherwise, no one's going to be able to use it. Replace pinned message. All right. So yeah, it's a really long link, but it's all they have to do now is just click the link and off they go. You saw, and they just slap in their name and off they go.
Gotcha.
So yeah, there's all sorts of funky things here. I can actually change the background. It's got some predefined things inside of Restream itself. I can show you here. I actually have a little bit of lower third capability now. Check this out. I can do. Where's it at? Oh, I bet I have to have this actually turned on fully. Nope, there it is. So I get a little bit of lower third using Restream.
That's cool.
Yep, it is. And then I can change the background pretty much on the fly on the Restream. So once I get our two logos merged together, that's probably going to become our background. I haven't done that yet. I did get your email with your logo though.
Okay, good.
So I can change the background. Yeah, look, stars pretty. What else we got here? Yeah, let's stick with the purple for today. Yeah, use this purple. So yeah, you can change those backgrounds on the fly. You can people can come and go, and Restream will handle all the shuffling of the windows. So there's not basically once you have this set and locked in, Restream handles all the management of the windows, because a lot of times what's happened whenever you're using OBS to capture video, you have to trim up the video input and all that, and then when people come and go off of like Meet, for example, then it screws up the layout of your stream, and then you have to go through and rearrange everything. It's a pain. Whereas this, you just basically capture the entire window, as I did for the Restream. Just capture the entire window, and then basically I capture that into OBS as a whole screen, like I have on the stream right now, and good to go. Hey,
check that out.
Look who's on board.
Salivate. Hey, what's up, buddy?
How's it going, Sal? Hey, you know what? If you have a few minutes, you want to jump in real quick with that link I posted up above to try this out. We're trying a new toy here.
We got a celebrity in the house as our first guest.
A celebrity. Oh, great. How's it going, Sal? If you have time, that's fine. If not, don't worry about it. I know you're probably getting ready for your 6 o'clock thing. Cool. So, what I feel, you know what, I got to thinking about how we can help drive our collaboration, Plumber, is we can actually pre-show the big boys. So, like, you know, we're doing the 5 o'clock thing right now between 5 and 6, and then Sal can take over and do his thing at 6 o'clock. And then I'm thinking maybe we can do the same thing on Yankee on Thursday. We can dial in and do our thing at 6 o'clock on Thursdays, and then Yankee can do his thing at 7. What do you think?
Pre-Yankee show?
Yeah, pre-Yankee show and
Pre-Salivate show.
Pre-Salivate show and pre-Yankee, yeah. Oh, my soda is flat. Ugh.
Are you getting any bleed back through my microphone?
No, it sounds really good here. Hello, Salivate Metal. I see you dialed in. I don't hear you yet, though. Not sure you need to turn up your mic or unmute your mic on your end or what. Private chat. Not private when they can be seen. Don't know why audio isn't working. I don't know either, Sal. I mean, Plumber was able to join in just fine. And you're unmuted, all right. I'm not sure why audio's not coming through. Plumber came in just fine, and you didn't have to tell it to unmute or anything on inside Restream, Plumber, did you?
I had to change my microphone setting. Change your microphone setting to whatever. I think I did. Well, that might have been in Google. Huh.
Let's try this. Yeah, can you hear me now?
There you are.
All right. I had to reselect my input in the settings there, so it didn't. When it put me in, it allowed me to access the microphone and camera, but then it changed when I went inside. So if any guests come through, this is pretty neat. You just there's a little settings button you can hit there, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is Plumber and I were just talking about this. We've been trying to use Google Meet, Sal, to make this work on a real-time live collaboration, full interactive thing.
Right.
And Meet, it's doable, but you gotta be a little savvy to make it work. So I don't, obviously, you know, going to the public, going to the masses, you know, we need to keep it simple, right?
Exactly.
So
what is this Restream? I've never heard of this platform.
It's similar to they compare it a lot to Zoom.
Okay.
I guess Restream's been around longer than Zoom. And its main function, from what I read on it on YouTube and everything last night, I was up all night working on this thing.
Wow.
The main function of this Restream IO is to allow you to restream, allow you to multi-stream into all the platforms. They can support up to like 30 platforms.
Wow.
Crazy. But one of the benefits of having this application, which is all web browser driven, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Is hey, Calino. Would be you also, the ability to bring in guests is so much more easier from a host perspective than Google Meet ever was. So I'm a little biased on this app now. So
is there a cost to it, or
this is the free version? There is a $25 version and there's $40 version, but I mean, the difference between the 25 and the 40 is like you get to stream into 4K, which, who cares?
Right, exactly, yeah. So what's the limitations on the free version?
Well, I think you're allowed up to 10 guests simultaneously. Okay. I think you're limited to like, I want to say 40 minutes on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. So, but once you just spend another $25, you're
is that per month?
It is.
Okay.
And then once you spend that $25, then you get, I believe you can go up to 16 guests, and then unlimited hours on stream. And then once you go to the $40 version, it's unlimited of everything.
Nice. Cool.
So, okay, I got you, Plumber.
Well, it's a pretty neat interface. It seems pretty simple.
Yeah. So, again, its main purpose to allow you to stream into multiple platforms, but it's the ability to invite guests is so much more easier.
Yeah.
So, and the Restream itself handles all the management of the windows, so you don't have to sit around and dink around with, if the overlay gets screwed up because of video orientation changes, you don't have to dink around with the overlay and things like that.
That does make it nice. Yeah, for sure. It's pretty neat. Yeah, that's something to look into. I might have to. Right now, I use Streamlabs OBS. Have you heard of that?
Yeah. Everyone talks about that, but I want to go against the norm.
Well, yeah, and not only that, but you can't do guests. At least there's not an easy way to do guests with that platform. But it's totally free. There's nothing. You don't have to pay for anything with it. So
hello, Minnesota Joe. How you doing? T, good to see you as well, buddy. Hey, we're testing a whole bunch of stuff. If you want to try this new way of interactive live stuff, there's a link at the top. Very simple. We have
What do you got for us tonight, Sal?
Oh, just the regular old market watch. We do this every Sunday night where we'll just check the markets as they open. In the last couple of weeks, it's been a little bit pretty exciting because we're not sure exactly what's going to happen with the silver market. Now the rage is PSLV, which is the more of a derivative of the paper markets that are actually backed by physical bars, much more so than just a regular SLV. So they're thinking there's another squeeze that I've heard of going on, at least from one or several members of the community who are in the know on this, and they're trying to tap into that market there because it's more closely tied to the physical. And so I have a feeling that we're going to see some movement with the silver prices. I think that's one reason why the prices haven't gone back down totally to silver squeeze levels, so to speak. But yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that and just the regular stuff, comment review and markets.
Yeah, I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention to it here lately, Sal. I mean, the last thing I was paying attention was that crazy Reddit stuff. And
yeah.
I know it hasn't really pulled back a whole lot since then. In fact, it was going up a little bit more last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. It tapped back up above $27, and but I think that part of the silver squeeze, I believe, is over, the Reddit stuff. But I think there's another group trying to tap into another aspect. I mean, obviously there's silver miners that people are putting their money in. There's physical silver. That squeeze is still going on. I posted a video about that last week. But yeah, I think I think we're at the beginning of something here that could be sustainable if people don't get jaded by the premiums. I think that's something that obviously, but this happens every single time there's a squeeze on the market. Squeeze is a pretty big word these days. It
Oh
is
yeah.
Valentine's Day, right? I mean, so,
Yeah, there you go.
but but this is something that is we've been here, we've been down this road before. We were down this road in 2011, in 2020, 2016, and premiums always go up during this time. But some people get really jaded when this happens. But it's just a normal part of the process that happens, and it happens with total. It happens with everything. That there's a lot of demand for the price. Look at the PS5s or whatever, anything that people want. Shoes, Nike Airs, that type of stuff. Pokemon cards, I mean, it's everywhere. It's just a part of life. But
I know I know they were talking
companies.
about. Go ahead, Plumber.
Go ahead. Okay, is that just companies being greedy, or like capitalizing on the opportunity, or is that something that they need to do to protect themselves?
I think it's probably a bit of both. I did a video talking about the A-Mark buying JM Bullion. When you see the numbers for profits that they made, it's pretty astounding what the profits that they've made over the last two years. And so by the way, I have nothing. There's nothing wrong with profits. There's nothing wrong with people making a lot of money,
Right.
on whatever. But at the same time, that does tend to be what happens, is they tend to all the dealers raise their prices. But they do it in part to protect themselves, because when they need silver, they're going to have to pay more for it themselves. So the silver that they have in stock, they're going to sell it for a higher premium, because when that runs out, then they are like everybody else. They've got to source it through brokers. And that that's the case, because 1,000-ounce bars are going for 70 to 85 cents over an ounce per on spot. So in other words, for every ounce that's in those 1,000 ounces, it's 75 to 80 cents over spot, which is unheard of for 1,000-ounce bars. Those are good delivery bars. So it's all the way up and down the chain. And so they're making money hand over fist at the very beginning of it, but sooner or later the market's going to normalize out. And that's what you're going to start to see probably the latter part of last week, and probably out until this ends. And I know this from talking to some bullion dealers in the past. We've had Jonathan from Monument Metals on, and I'd love to get him back on again. But of course, during these times, it's very difficult to get these guys on because they're so busy.
Oh yeah.
But it's sourcing the metal and then selling it, and they do their own hedging, which protects themselves to a degree, but it didn't protect them. They didn't feel like it protected them on that Sunday night a couple of weeks ago, when the markets were when they shut down. They shut down any sales until 6 o'clock Sunday, which is in a couple weeks, 2 weeks ago Sunday.
Yeah. I know when you went live that Sunday, was it? No, that was Friday. When you went live that Friday, your viewership went crazy busy. What was up with that?
Yeah, that was actually on the Sunday. That was actually that Sunday. I had never gotten that many viewers. I was expecting, I might break a record, which was 220 something. So I thought maybe I'd get 220, 250. Turns out it was 2,200. I couldn't believe it. But I mean, part of it is because I'm the only channel that does a market watch when the market's open on Sunday, every Sunday.
Right.
And so it was really the only place to go. And, my viewership has kind of subsided since then over that mania. There was this mania for silver, and that's kind of settled down. There still is somewhat, but I tend to be the cautious. I don't want to rain on anybody's parade about it, but we've seen this before, and people get burned, and they get jaded, and that's kind of what I'm concerned about, which is why I'm a bit cautious about approaching this subject.
I know that was crazy that day. I mean, just absolutely crazy. But it's the squeeze, whatever. It's all the buzzword right now, right? But for me, I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking slow and steady wins the race. So these craziness things that they occur, and sometimes everything softens up, so it pulls back so much. You're like, oh, I should buy. But I also stop and think, okay, what's the long term perspective here?
That's what you got to keep in mind. To me, that's the best attitude to have during these times, because how long have you been stacking?
So I've only been doing it since April, Sal.
Okay, yeah. So if you being new at this and you've been accumulating since April when the prices were lower, still it's a couple of months. You have learned enough now to know to not be driven by fear. And that is crucial in any market, really, I believe anyway, is to not be driven by fear for your purchases, because your situation is different than my situation or anybody else's. And so when you
Exactly.
take that approach, you are looking at it. You think about it, you look at the silver that you bought back in April, May, June. That is silver that you have in your possession, and that's not going to change. No matter what happens, that is not going to change. That's silver that's in your collection. You're holding it. And so until you sell it, if you need to or have to, that's when it's going to count, number one, or when you want to sell it. When you strategically sell it at a point where you feel comfortable doing so, or passing it along to the next generation, if that's what you choose to do, you are in control.
Exactly.
You're the one that holds that wrench,
Yep.
so to speak. You know?
There you go, Plumber.
Exactly. Or yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyways, so that's the way you do it. And I believe that's a smart move, you know, and so when you have silver in your stack, whether you start from April of 2020 or May of 1995, there's two different points in time when you can accumulate silver, but you're far ahead than most Americans.
Right.
When you have accumulated. So I think you're doing a great job.
Starting down the journey, starting down the path,
Yep.
and feels good. I mean, knowing that, previously I couldn't save like I do now because, it makes me a little bit more disciplined to save, because I just can't go down to the bank and pull the cash out, or just go to the local grocery store or department store and buy something. I actually have to
Right.
stop and think, okay, do I really need to go sell my silver for fiat in order to go make a transaction? So it does help in that perspective.
That's right. And you talk about feeling good. It feels good when you buy something and then the price of it goes up, a couple of dollars or what have you, or or even more so. But I hope it still feels good when the price goes down, because when the price goes down, for the same reasons, you haven't sold it. You haven't sold it while the price is down. That ounce that you have remains an ounce that you have. And you don't take a loss until you sell. And like you said, it's much more difficult. It's not as liquid as cash. So when you hold on to it, and then you're doing the right thing. You're holding on as a savings account, as an insurance policy in a sense.
Yeah,
And
I like how Yankee always correlates that to an insurance policy. You don't use it, but you have it if you need it.
that's right. Yep, exactly.
Now, the one thing that I'm struggling with is trying to set myself a budget to actually do this on a weekly or bi-weekly or monthly basis, and that's my struggle right now. Hopefully, in a couple months that will change, but there's just a little bit of time right now, as I have obviously you don't want to go crazy and do something silly, but at the same time you want to try to get that cost, your average dollar cost down. So
That's right. And when it becomes a part of your budget, especially, then that it's become a habit forming situation. And I think that's great, because you're getting your feet wet up until this point and what have you with discretionary income, and you learn a little bit more about it, about the markets and what is stackable silver, collectible silver, that type of thing. But then when you make it a part of your budget, that really disciplines you. Okay, well, yes, I could have used this money for going out to the movies. Well, not now, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Or something that would be fun, but probably is going to be I won't say a waste, because I don't frown on anybody for having a good time with their family or friends and what have you. But well, let's just say, 6 pack of beer. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Nothing wrong with having a 6 pack of beer and enjoying it, but if you do it too much, it becomes a waste, or smoking or something like that, or I'll use an example that I did. I posted a video about this a while ago where um, I would go in and get my hair cut at the barber shop, and I don't have much hair, and so I was realizing that they were just doing it, how short do you want it? I tell them, and they basically run a razor across my hair. I was like, you know what, I could probably do that if I could find a way to get my arm around the back of my head. And so I went to Walmart and found a wall $20 shaver. The haircuts cost $10 plus a tip. So within 2 months, I've pretty much saved that money, and now I've used that razor and don't have to pay somebody to do my hair, and that money I can use towards silver, or towards gold or whatever. All right.
You've been waiting forever to break that thing out.
So who's your stacker? All right. I like that. All right. That's cool, man. You got it all going on there. Nice. Logo. Wow. All right. It keeps it away from your lips. I see. Yeah. Well, hey, but it prevents it from getting stuck in your mouth. Can you breathe through it pretty good? Is it breathable? Right. No, it's very clear. No, it doesn't. I can't even tell you have it on. Come closer to me. I want to see. Yeah, a little bit closer. I want to see the logo. That's really cool, man. That's awesome you had that made. That is really neat. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Are there any gators in Southern Indiana? Are there any gators, actual gators in Southern Indiana? I don't think so, are there? No. That's right, exactly. That's right. Nothing in the Ohio River there. That's right. Oh yeah. Not like the one in what is that movie with what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio, the bear attack.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Shoot. Starts with an R, I know, but
Revenant,
Revenant, that's
Rev.
it, Revenant. Yeah, exactly. Well, very cool, guys. Well, hey, I'm gonna get everything ready for my stream, but I just wanted to check in with you guys and see how you're doing. And it sounds like you got this thing going great, and it looks great. Restream, and that's awesome, man. Definitely. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, for guests, I think it would be good, but my Streamlabs OBS has been working fairly decent for me, but for just the stuff that I usually do. But yeah, if I were to do a guest or something like that, this might be something just of course limited to 40 minutes. But yeah, I think that's pretty neat, man. Definitely. I'll have to look
Yeah.
into.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, Sale.
Well, thank you guys. Sorry for yapping your ear off here. Well, I appreciate that. It's just well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. And there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of different opinions, and like I said, I know I get things wrong too. So always fact check me, because but and a lot of it's opinion as well. But I really appreciate it, guys, and appreciate the both of you also. And congratulations on your collaborations and on your channels, and definitely appreciate both you guys being viewers of mine, and I appreciate you for what you're doing and contributing to the community, both of you. Wow, sure is. So your focus mainly is live, then it sounds like. That's kind of what yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Right. That's cool. Right. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I know how I am.
Right. All right. Oh, no worries, man. Well, you guys take it easy. Good luck and thanks again for everything. We'll talk to you soon. Bye
Thanks,
bye.
Al.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, right before his stream. Yeah, nothing like getting sale on there too either, huh? Right. Well, that's what he does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
his
he can.
stream.
Yeah, he can talk your ear off if you let him, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of knowledge, man.
Found it buried. How are you? Good evening, or good morning, or good day, I guess. Need to start remembering that, CCT's over in the UK. It's like nighttime for him, so it's like, and then you got people in Australia. It's like morning for them. So I got to remember to start saying good day instead of good evening. All right, so just we are what we're doing. Everyone who's on here listening, lurking. This is Plumber and Stackers and I live collaboration. And Minnesota Joe wants to dial in. Let me turn him on. Hello, Minnesota Joe. How are you? Can you hear me?
Oh, you got to change your mic over. You're on a
Good. Can
computer.
you hear me?
Yep, there you are. We hear you. How's it going, Joe?
Oh,
Hello?
that doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, I can
I
hear
can
you.
hear.
Yeah, we can hear you. Turn your audio up. Crank it up. Yeah, we'll try again. But yeah, Minnesota Joe. I mean, you were in there. We could hear you, but apparently you can't hear us. So check your settings and try again if you like. I'm doing all the talking. Plumber, what do you have to say?
I'm trying to go live on my channel and restream this one so everybody knows that we're over here.
Okay.
That's why I've been silent. Trying to trying to get us some more viewers over here.
Yeah, no worries, Minnesota Joe. If you want to give it another try here, we're here for about another 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to kick everyone out for Sal's show. So yeah, we're
Why don't you put that little face guard in there, man?
say what?
Why don't you put that little face guard you got in there
What are you talking about?
for your mask?
I got the well,
How'd you put it in?
yeah. I mean, I got the guard on. This is
Oh, you do?
I got extras. I have extras here, and they're for fashion to keep people's lipstick from getting smudged. Apparently,
Oh wow, that's crazy.
when I was looking at them online, there was no indication that this is going to be for fashion. But whatever, it works. They are a little
Well,
small.
I got 6 people watching on my channel.
Okay, cool.
If you guys can hear me, join me on Hoosier. It's in the pinned message.
Yeah. More welcome. More the merrier. We want to see if we can make how well this new streaming utility works. Basically, everyone who's online here, basically, Plumber and I are in the middle of about ready turning up full-time live stream collaboration about once or twice a week, and we've been trying to use Google Meet, and it's not done us very well. So we are switching out to what's called Restream.io. And basically its purpose in life, its main function in life is to allow you to stream into multiple platforms. This Restream.io can actually handle up to 30 platforms, I believe. And but one of the nice perks about this is the ability to invite guests into your stream or into Restream.io is very simple. So I'm all about this application here. Much more easier, much more user friendly than Google Meet ever was. So hello,
Yeah,
Jonathan Reese, how are you?
You got a lot of lag, like your video really dragging quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to blame my daughter. She's probably doing something with her computer.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you, if you don't mind, will you give Jonathan a wrench if you can do that? He's like the ultimate mod anyway, but he always helps out with links and everything when you need him, when he's on here. So you just got to click right next to his name. There's the 3 dots when you hover over his comment.
I just gave it to him. You know, I haven't really investigated or looked into what the deal is with moderators. I know there's a lot of them. I know they're very helpful, but I don't know all the ins and outs of being a moderator. So,
Jonathan, this looks weird if you're not blue when I show up in anybody's chat.
it's just odd because
everything I've ever attended, Reese has always got he's always got a mod wrench.
So yeah, I mean, it's almost to the point where there's more mods than there are just non-mods.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm great. I'm actually watching my chat over here, so I'm gonna move my chat over here so it doesn't look like I'm looking away from everybody. All right, so yeah, this is going to be really good, Plumber. I think we're gonna like this, and it might be, you know, we were talking a couple of days ago about possibly using something similar to this for a live auction. And then you mentioned something yesterday about maybe using something similar to this for the Premier train. Something to think about.
I don't think that'll work out though. I think that's more of after watching it more and more and more, I don't think live's the way to go with something like that.
Well, the thing is though, I mean, you say that, but when it comes to the auctions, to have all the participants inside like Restream.io, I mean, the Restream.io, well, back then it was me, but the Restream.io stuff seems to be very real time. I see a little lag within the Restreaming.io interface, or back then it was Google Meet. So that's why I mentioned it's like, have basically a virtual auction house where people dial in who want to bid and say, hey, you can actually just call yourself out, plumber for $20, or in your case, plumber for $400.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wasn't going to do an auction over there, but I got a country. Sorry, I'm following 2 chats, Hoosier. I should stop that. I wasn't planning on really doing an auction. on that. But I do need to figure out, like, because Matt Stacker and I do an auction every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to figure out. I know he does it. I think he does it through Google. But as far as the mic goes, he was kind of doing the same thing I was, and I just want to be able to fix that so we sound good.
So were you, I heard a little bit of your auction with him yesterday. Were you just using were you just out in with his phone yesterday? Is that how you did it yesterday?
No, how did everything sound though? Because he had me. I think it was just Google Meet.
Yeah, it sounded like you were actually coming in through a telephone or cell phone, and just basically his microphone was just capturing and restreaming you back out through his mic. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, it did sound like he was actually just listening, or you were just interacting with him through a cell phone. Is what it sounded like. So, I wasn't sure how you guys were connected yesterday.
We gotta get you more subscribers, man.
Yeah.
More people watching
You know
on my
what?
channel.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to say the exact same thing about my channel, my content, and everything I'm providing to this community as I just said about with Sal about my silver. Slow and steady wins the race.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have, I'm watching my subscriptions here here in the stream. You know, as people come in, and I bump up, and then YouTube takes them away. It's like I was up to 71, by the way, yesterday, or 72 yesterday, and now I'm back down to 66. Like, I hate YouTube. So, I mean, it's just a constant battle because the numbers are so low. There's so, so much of a percentage of it whenever they come and go like this right now. So, but yeah, for me, slow and steady wins the race. If I get to where I want to go with it, cool. If I don't, that's fine. I'll get there eventually.
No, I get it. I got to figure out how I should have planned for this a little bit better. Hey, Silver Crazy Mama, how are you?
Hello,
thanks for joining.
Silver Crazy, how are you?
I should have thought about this before when I stream on mine, but I got to come up with a better title so everybody knows that we're on your channel. Because I did that at the end of the auction with Mad Stacker and I, and then a few people came right over because everybody's got some different subs. A lot of people have the same, but see, now you got another one.
Yep. Hey, Big Country, good to see you.
What's up, Country?
Help the board, I see you. Good evening. So yeah, it's going to be a good thing. And as I mentioned to when Sal was on a bit ago, Brandon Scott, how are you? This is for me as Hoosier Stacker. This is my contribution to the community, is the ability to provide a once or twice a week opportunity for just stackers just to get together. We're not looking to do anything in particular. There's no agenda. There's no anything in regards to the structure. We're going to be barely structurally sound. So I just want to have the opportunity to bring people together. I know you're all about that, Plumber, as am I. So that's what I'm about. Is to have.
But you guys that are in the chat, we do have a live link that you can dial in and talk to everybody, or talk live with us, and through the chat.
Yeah, it's at the top of the chat window.
To do that. We're not going to be that much longer because we're going to jump up before Sal gets on, or shortly after. But
yeah,
this is kind of just a trial, test it out, because we're actually using Restream.
Restream.io. Check it out, everybody. It's really good. It's a really good interface. It's all web browser. It's all browser driven, so no taxing to your computers or anything like that. And much easier to use than Google Meet ever was.
Yeah, I agree. That seems like a lot easier. We had to go through a lot with Google.
Yeah, hey, Rocky Mountain Bear, good to see you. So the only thing that I don't have on here, which is sort of a bummer, is at least right now, is the ability for someone to pick up a phone number, or pick up a phone and dial a 10-digit number. That's my next venture. I want to make sure the video collaboration works first.
Hey, as long as you can multiply by 2 country, you're actually over 500. So you're good. Everything was going south before you got here. We got madness. We had Salivate on earlier. You guys missed him though. He jumped onto.
Yeah, it was good to see him on here. Always great to see the big players out there every so often. I mean, well, Yankee dialed in. What was it last week? Right after
Yeah.
he realized, right after they about that one community member almost getting gypped for all that gold. Jeez.
Oh, I know, man. That was crazy.
Oh, that
Can you
just
imagine?
that just hurts in the gonads.
Almost $1 million. Everybody heard about that, right? By now that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they did.
Somebody got robbed a bunch of $800,000 in fake gold.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's been around long enough for everybody to hear.
Oh yeah, but what's really sad about this is, the people that have been collecting this all these years, they probably were none the wiser, and they spent all that money, and it took an outside source to come out and say, you guys, you have a problem. And that's horrible. It's horrible. You spend all that time and money and effort to save for your retirement, and that happens. I mean, you definitely, in a situation like that, you definitely want to pick up a analyzer and track everything that comes through your door, through your hands.
Mm-hmm. That's just crazy. It's insane. Like I don't know what I would have done. Like, what do you do with it? I'm sure I would have broken a lot of things that were in my reach, and definitely not tracking that guy down.
I mean, I only have 4 ounces, but if I would find out even now, if I had to fake, which is, I cannot. Oh yeah, I just can't fathom the pain and suffering that contributed out of that. So, all right, well, you know what? It's 2 minutes till 6. Let's go ahead and call this and kick everyone to the curb, Plumber, so we can jump into Sal's 6 o'clock.
Right.
Hey, Golden Spike Stackers. Hey, real quick, I have your letter. I'm going to be opening that up in a video here shortly, so I'll be doing that here after Sal's channel. So, all right, everyone, we're going to kick everyone to the curb. So please join and dial into Salivate Metal's 6 o'clock market watch. That's always a great time. And until we talk to you next time, have a great evening, Plumber.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Have a great evening, everyone, and just keep stacking.